Hi, it's Shauna with Pulse Cardiac Health. So why is working on the brain so fundamental to overall health, to heart health? Why is it so important? Well, we intuitively understand that every action, every choice, every emotion that we have ever had, not a single time has any of that ever happened without a thought. A thought comes into your brain and that automatically starts to kind of evoke a little bit of an emotion. The thoughts and the emotions ultimately determine what actions we take, how we react to it, if we react to it, what we choose to do. And so if we want to influence and positively influence the actions that you take so that you can work your way towards better health, mentally and physically, then we have to start with the brain. There is no way that we can separate the mind and the body. They're very, very, very much connected. And you've probably experienced this for yourself. Perhaps you've had something happen that really emotionally impacted you. Maybe it was a feeling of sadness or depression or anxiety or anger or frustration. We're humans. We get these emotions. Stress. All of those things impact you mentally. And it's draining and tiring physically. And so you'll find that you're not quite as energetic. You're maybe a little more lethargic. I can't speak. More lethargic. You might find that some people even break out in hives. It impacts you physically. And the reverse happens as well, where physically something happens. So maybe you've had a heart health scare. Maybe something has happened to you overall in terms of your physical body. And that physical impact impacts you emotionally. There's no way that it can't. It might make you feel anxious, nervous, scared, vulnerable, lots of things like that. Nervousness about, how you're going to now continue on with this physical situation that's happened. Maybe you're concerned about how other people now react to you because of this physical thing that's happened. So the physical and the mental definitely impact each other. And we have a whole bunch of habits that we have formed over the years, not necessarily just the physical habits of what we do and how we move and how we walk and all of those types of things, but our mental habits, how we think, the thoughts that tend to go through our mind, how we talk to ourselves, how we react, how we interpret our life. And so if we can shift and start to think a little bit more and put a little bit more focus into the mind, then we can start to shift and actually impact how things turn out and our action steps at the other end of the spectrum. So specifically, people that have had some sort of heart concern or overall health concern, understandably so, you may feel this vulnerability, you may feel anxiousness, you may feel depressed. It's very, very common that people after having a heart event, the depression rates skyrocket. And so without dealing with the mental, we're not going to be able to really get to the physical as much as we need to. We have to keep the mental as a very important piece to that whole thing. It could be weight that you're dealing with, and maybe you've tried things in the past that haven't worked, and so you're skeptical and fearful and just self-doubt is there, right? And so if we don't deal with the mental, we're never going to be able to get fully to where we want to with the physical. So that is why we're focusing on the brain. And I know right now we're focusing on this kind of month, kind of hammer it in, and we're going to talk a lot about the brain. But this is something that we have to continuously work on. This isn't a set it and forget it. This isn't a one-time, we got it. This is a practice. Like I said, we have habits of how we think and how we interpret. So we have to work on changing those a little bit over time. It's a consistent patience kind of work ethic that's going to make that focus change a little bit. So I hope you'll join us for the month. Would definitely encourage you to come and find us in our Living Heart Healthy Facebook group. We're going to be putting some things specifically in there as well. And I look forward to spending the month working on the brain with you. If you have any questions, please let us know. Talk to you soon. Bye.